right, Shalom. Want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Wahar Rakah Kodash, which in the ancient Hebrew tongue would be the correct names of the Heavenly Father, His beloved Son, and the Holy Spirit. I also would like to give double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out that is also laboring in His work. And as always, want to say shalom to you believers, the Akim, as well as the Aqua, which would be you brothers along with the sisters out there that subscribe to this truth as well. So yeah, the topic of this lesson right here is going to be centered around, some information I wanted to share with you brothers and sisters out there. Very intriguing information, which pretty much cements the fact that the so-called white man has officially waged war against the children of Israel, and in particular, those amongst you of the circumcised. And what I mean by the circumcised is those out there who know that they're Israelites, who associate yourself with being Israelites. You different groups that push out the vibration of Israel. Well, when you do so, what you're doing in a roundabout way is proclaiming your rightful ownership of the planet Earth, as well as the nations. And that's a direct attack against the powers that be. And in this case, the so-called white man, this current structure, this current system that's in play, which is spearheaded by the chief house of the nation of Edom, which comes in the form of these international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Fitzgeralds, the Oppenheimers, the Morgans, those who pretty much seize control of the planet Earth and fulfilling the book of Job, the 9th chapter and the 24th verse, where the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Well, these devils, they are threatened by this overwhelming presence of Israel. Again, when you break down the word Israel, Yasha'Allah, it literally means he sons or he prince of the Most High. Meaning you are proclaiming that all these nations, including the so-called white man, are to be in subjection to you. And we know that the so-called white man is going to fight tooth and nail. He's going to scratch and claw to maintain or retain, his grip on power, which we know, according to the prophecies, this man is ultimately going to be overthrown. Yet, this man is going to put up a fight, man. Matter of fact, let's start off real quick with that in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, in the 12th verse. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Yeah, and how do this man know that he have but a short time? What actually contributed to that outlook? The prophets, man. Because like the Apostle Tahar often touch on, the fact that the so-called white man checks out everything. As it is written, thou art wiser than Daniel. This devil check out everything, man. He do a lot of cross-referencing. He go into history. These devils dedicate a lot of time, money, energy, and resources into the Bible and unlocking the Bible. And pretty much they have a carnal approach. They approach the Bible looking for a logical explanation. This devil, that's why he like to have evidence. He want to see tangible things to prove the validity of the Bible. That's why they have these archaeologists, digging for ancient relics and ancient artifacts to support or validate the Bible, the validity of the Bible. But when the Lord raised up his men, the prophets, along with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, these devils actually check us out. And they come to the conclusion that, these guys are on point. So we actually contribute to the fact that the so-called white man understand that his time is short, because they ear hustle what the prophets got to say. And it's always been that way. These different rulers, For an example, in the time of the wise men, when Yahushua was born, well, Herod, he pretty much took heed to what those wise men was pushing out. They was actually prophesying that there would be a king born in the city of David, man. So what did Herod do? He sent out a decree to kill all the babies in Israel, in Judea, 2 years and under. Why did he do that? Because he actually took heed to what the wise man was pushing. So it's the same today. These uh, congressmen, they low level, but, all the way up to the elites. They actually watching us, and they hear when we say that Israel is about to be raised up. They see us going into the breakdowns and breaking it down. They see us lining up the prophecies. And guess what? These devils, they check it off like, you know what? These guys right. So what we going to do about that? And they come to the conclusion that they're going to have to wage war against you. Because you got to remember, Esau's blessing is the sword. See? Which brings me to this article right here from Newsweek. And it came out yesterday. Yeah, it came out yesterday. It says FBI ranks black identity extremists, BIEs, bigger threat than Al Qaeda. White supremacists leaked document. Yes, so the FBI has officially ranked black identity extremists as a bigger threat than the Al Qaeda and a bigger threat than the white supremacists. See that? So how can you different Hebrew Israelite groups be a bigger threat than white supremacists? You got to ask yourself that question. Well, because white supremacists don't come up against white supremacy. But you Hebrew Israelites, which we all, associate ourselves with being, which for the record, we here at Great Millstone, we the only group that don't identify ourselves as black. You see? We are Hebrews, the Israelites according to the Bible, man. The children of the Most High, okay? We don't associate or align ourselves with being black, but you got these different groups out there, who feel as if somehow they're gonna just go out and teach, curse out the so-called white man, and that's gonna be it. Like this latest guy, Chief Ephraim. He came right out, and his whole thing is he feel as if he don't have to warn Israel about the chip, which that's suspect. It sounds like he sold out, but that's neither here nor there because just say IUIC, ISUPK, just because they don't have 100% truth, that doesn't mean that Esau is not coming after them, man. It's not like Esau going to say, you know what, Great Millstone, they had 100% truth, which Esau know Great Millstone had 100% truth. That's why the only group out there that you see channels being flagged, they taking down our videos, you don't see that much energy shown toward these other Israelite groups. Esau is very aware of who has the truth, but this doesn't mean that they're going to say, you know what, we're not going to go after IUIC, we're not going to go after Sakari, or ISUPK, GOCC, Adam Abbott. No, they have lumped you into one category as being black identity extremists. See, it says bigger threat than Al Qaeda. And we know what they did with the Al Qaeda. They waged war against Al Qaeda, which Al Qaeda was nothing more than a CIA, the CIA operative latent organization, man. It was set up by the so-called white man. When you dig into it. But that's the narrative they set. See, and this information just came out. See? Let me read a little of this. It says, leaked FBI documents indicate black identity extremists and animal rights activists, which that's a joke, are among the agency's top counterterrorism. See that word terrorism being lumped in with the Israelite movement. See, a lot of you guys, you think being an Israelite is just going out there throwing on damn armbands, overdressing in shiny garments with a turban over your head. You got these guys out there with damn staffs in their hand. They putting on a show, man. They think it's a game. They don't see the sense of urgency that comes along with being an Israelite. You pretty much waging war against Esau when you say that you're an Israelite, man. When you say that you're Jacob. All right? Because these devils know that they Esau, especially these top tier Edomites. See, it says counterterrorism priorities under President Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump is going to get the ball rolling, man. The Lord set this guy up to pretty much be the glue, to bring everything together, what we've been speaking about, starting with the apostles. It says the FBI's priority list, documents obtained the Young Turks Thursday, obtained by the Young Turks Thursday, lay out the Bureau's 2018 fiscal year focal points in counterterrorism, cybercrime, and counterintelligence. The 2018-2019 threat guidance documents describe black identity extremists, BIEs, as those who use force or violence in violation of criminal law in response to perceived racism. Yeah, which that's a lie. We don't use force and violence over here at Great Millstone. Yet these other groups, they are recorded at the goddamn gun range. And see, all you people, you like to say, Great Millstone, why you hating? When we got on these guys for going to the gun range. Well, we foresaw what was going to come of that, man. These devils was going to use that to wage war against you, see? It says use force or violence in violation of criminal law in response to perceived racism and injustice in American society. The files claim some BIEs acted in hopes of establishing a separate black homeland and autonomous black social institutions, communities, or government organizations within the USA. And that's what a lot of these Israelite groups want to do. They want to, set up their own black Wall Street. They want to have their own schools. They want to be separate from the so-called white man, yet they want to be under the so-called white man. Show you how bugged out these different groups are, man. And really, everybody should come under the banner of Great Millstone, just to be 100. But you're not going to do that because these different groups are proud. They're not willing to yield to the men that the Lord raised up. See? I read this part, then we'll get into the scriptures, all right? It says, an internal FBI report from August 2017. Yeah, so these devils been watching. Matter of fact, let me get some real quick. Because, Jake, they just think that Esau is playing golf, man. And you're going to just do what the hell you want to do. The reason why the so-called white man characteristics is compared to the eagle, because the eagle has keen eyesight. And these devils watch, man, with their intelligence, These devils got damn cameras that can film ants, Cameras the size of damn pinheads. They watch. And furthermore, they watching you on YouTube. See? This is Psalms chapter 23. And start at verse 4. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And you Israelites going to see that America is the valley of the shadow of death indeed. When this man show his horns and he come after you with his military, you're going to see that these scriptures is real. It says, I will fear no evil. And that's dealing with the true man of Yahweh Shemashah. We don't fear what these devils is coming with because we know the end of the story. So bring it on. All right? It says, for thou art with me. Yeah, the Lord with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. That's these scriptures. The scriptures comfort us. We know the end of the story, see? Because we subscribe to prophecy over here. See? Verse 5, this is the point. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. See? Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. So the so-called white man is watching us. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. See? So you different Israelite groups out there, you are oblivious, man, to the danger that you have entered into. You thought this was just a game. See? It says an international FBI report from August 2017 was widely criticized for using the BIE label, which many call racist, but the Consolidated Strategy Guide documents leaked this week show the FBI kept the term and made BIEs one of the top counterterrorism priorities. See? You Israelites think this is just something the so-called white man is glossing over. And look, man, the message is that the so-called white man is going to go into slavery. Think the devil is not going to react to that, man? This is one of the top counterterrorism priorities. See, under the Trump administration, they're considered, under Trump, which that's the time we in. Under the Trump administration, they consider a bigger threat than terrorist groups such as Al-Qaeda. See, so the so-called white man is setting the narrative right now. All right? This is the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, and the 17th verse. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. Yeah, the dragon is who? The so-called white man in this current power structure. Esau, the red dragon, that old serpent. All right? It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. The woman is symbolic to Israel. The scriptures tell you how Israel is compared to a comely woman. A beautiful, comely woman, man. All right? And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. And that remnant is dealing with those Israelites that's here on the planet Earth today. And in particular the elect, because that's who the so-called white man is trying to eradicate. So they're not going to stop and say, hold up, let's see if this guy the elect, let's see. No, they're going to just try to run through all you Israelite groups. See? It says, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Now, the scriptures say the dragon went to make war with the remnant, right? Now, when you click on that word make, which I got queued up, because this devil is making war, check this out. It says, to make, Salaki. All right. Give me a second. Let me click back. All right. It's the definition of the word make. All right. Scripture says they're going to make war with the woman, which is Israel. It says to make with the names of things made, to produce, construct, form, fashion, to be authors of. Right. To be authors of. So that article or that legislation that they passed, the so-called white man is the author of that. And they're going to use that to make war. See? The cause to make ready, to prepare. Right now, the so-called white man is preparing war. See? To produce, bear, shoot forth, to acquire, provide a thing for oneself. To make a thing out of something. Yeah, you making a thing out of something. You creating drama. See? It says, to make, i.e. constitute or appoint one anything, to appoint or ordain one that. Yeah, so this is going to be an order. This is going to be an order from Trump, really the elites. And it's going to be constituted. It's going to be a part of the Constitution to go after you goddamn Israelite groups. See, to make, i.e. declare one anything, to put forth, to lead them out. See? To be the authors of a thing. Yeah, to be the authors of a thing. Who you think is the author of this information right here? Who is the author of that? Newsweek right here. Why is this out there? Because that's the so-called white man waging war. So yeah, I just want to touch on that, Lord willing. It was edifying. Until the next time I say shalom.